It is time for a brand new Dynasty mode. We went ahead and created a brand new team and team builder. We got the Brooklyn Black Panthers, and we got our head coach here, new head coach, Troy Dang It. We're going to see what we could do. We're going to see if we could take this team to a national championship within the next 3 years. There's a lot of young talent here. As you can see, there's no team history. So we're starting fresh. We are building this team's history from the ground up. There's a lot of young talent on this team. One thing I do wish that we had the control over on Team Builder is the ability to kind of tell where the players are from. But hypothetically, all these players are from Brooklyn. But anyways, we replaced Kennesaw State so that we could have a spot in Dynasty mode. So we're going to go ahead and sign this 3-year contract. We got to win 4 games with Troy Dang It. I do not think that he's going to have a problem doing that. I didn't want to create a team that was, too OP. So I did the cupcake roster, but I did edit some of the players because we did the cupcake roster, but we still need like 1 or 2 superstars. So we have a few superstars on the team, but we're gonna start from fresh. So first thing we're gonna do is just look at the roster so we can see what the roster is looking like right now. As you can see, we have a few 80 overalls, and then everybody else is pretty much cupcakey. Pretty cupcake roster. So let's go ahead and view some of our superstars. We got Noah Collins Jr., our cornerback, who's a freshman. He is a fucking stud at freshman, coming in at 89 overall, 90 speed, 92 acceleration. He has a lot of good physical, I don't know what you guys call these, badges, whatever you want to call them, but physical abilities. So he's going to be a problem on defense. Also, our middle linebacker is also a problem. He has aftershock and hammer. So basically, he's a big hitter. So we're looking at a really tough defense, basically, because we have another corner who's 83 overall. He also has house calls. So we're expecting to catch a lot of interceptions. Our quarterback, is our next, I guess you could say superstar. 82 overall, but he's a senior. He's a field general, so not really looking to run the ball with him much. Not much scrambling is going to be going on. He has an 82 speed, 84 acceleration. So not a lot of scrambling is going to be going on. But in terms of his passing, so 87 short throw accuracy, 87 medium, and a 80 deep throw accuracy. Throwing the run is a 79, but again, not really looking to scramble much. But if we do, he's not going to be too hard to kind of like control in terms of throwing the ball. Throwing the pressure, 80, break sack, 71. So he is going to be getting sacked up, but it is what it is. It's supposed to be a cupcake roster anyway. We are a 1-star program so far in the Independence Conference. So we have some work to do to get this team to where we want it to be. But yeah, Tyler Olsen, he's going to be leaving us next year. So we're going to need somebody else to kind of like take the shine. And our second string QB, Deontay O'Neal, who's a freshman. And he's also a field general, but he has more speed. 89 speed, 89 acceleration. Our freshman running back, 82 overall, 95 speed. So he's a fast little man. I say little man because he's 5'11". Okay, never mind. He's 5'11". Never mind. I thought he was shorter than that. He's 5'11". Our wide receivers, top wide receiver is CJ Peaks. He's also a freshman, so he has a lot of room to develop. No actual physical or mental abilities yet. But again, he has a lot of time to develop. So yeah, the goal is to get a Natty in the next 3 to 4 years. I want all of our freshmen to have something to, something really special to remember from their college life, with the Brooklyn Black Panthers. Our next best wide receiver, Demetrius Williamson, number 3. He's also a freshman. He has a layout ability. If I'm not mistaken, that just means he could dive to catch the ball a lot better. That's what I think it means. I forgot. I don't really know my abilities too well yet. I got to do a little bit more deep dive into that. Third string quarterback, David DePaul. He is also a senior, though, so he'll be out of here by next year. Third string running back. Wait, is this third string or second string? Second string. Second string running back, Spencer Strickland. Not bad. 93 speed, 92 XL. Everything else looks pretty good in the 80s. His carrying is the only thing in the 70s, so 73 carrying. So he may be fumble prone, which is I'm not really happy about, but it is what it is. But he looks like he can break tackles. Oh, wow. He has a 92 trucking. So he's looking more like a power back than a receiving back. But we'll see what that really does. A 95 stiff arm. Do not get close to this man. Oh, my God. 75 spin move. So he's not really going to be spinning much, but an 80 juke move. So I'm going to be honest. I might, because he's a junior, I might start him and redshirt Keontae Tyson, our first string running back. Because, I mean, he is already a beast, right? But our current second string is not... He's not too bad. He's not too bad. So we can probably start him, get him to enjoy his junior year, and have probably run like a 2-back kind of offense or a split back kind of offense in during Strickland's senior year. Yeah, so our roster's looking a little all right after that. Like, after those players right there, it's looking a little all right. It's not looking the best, obviously. It's supposed to be cupcake. So it's not looking the best. It's looking a little all right. We clearly have our work cut out for us. I should go by position. So quarterbacks, we have 5 quarterbacks in total on our roster. 2 seniors, so 2 of them are leaving. Wait, right? 2 seniors? No, 3 seniors. So 3 of them are leaving. So we might actually, we're definitely going to have to scout some quarterbacks so that we can get at least one more quarterback in here just to give ourselves more depth for next year, because we're losing 3 of them. We'll be left with 2, one of which is really good, our freshman, O'Neal. He's really good, but we'll have to scout some quarterbacks for sure. Running backs, freshman, junior, sophomore, senior. We have 1 senior, 2 juniors. So I'm not really too pressed about running backs right now, even though the rest of them are pretty trash. So yeah, definitely redshirting Tyson. And I might have to redshirt another one of these guys just to see how they develop. I might redshirt Ty Hardy, because he's the fastest one out of the rest of them, and I kind of want to keep Buford Jr. as a backup in case we get some injuries. So yeah, it's looking kind of good. Fullback, nobody for fullback. Okay, so we have Jackson Gregory as a fullback. Not really sure how we're going to use him yet. We're going to be running a spread offense, so we're going to be running we're going to be doing a spread option. Yeah, I like that. We're going to be doing a spread option offense, so I'm not really sure how we're going to be using the fullback yet, but we'll figure it out. Wide receivers, we have a nice core of wide receivers up here. Obviously, the rest of them are pretty trash, so it's going to be interesting to figure out who we're going to redshirt, if any. But we have 2 seniors in the wide receiver core, so we may have to look at some wide receivers too, because I want somebody that I can really trust with the ball in their hands. But Peaks is a freshman, man. CJ Peaks, he is going to be our go-to guy. Williamson as well, because Williamson is faster than Peaks. So we're going to be looking out for these 2 guys as well. In terms of our fastest guy on the team, that's going to be this guy right here, Javon Moore, who's at receiver. He's 5'10", 181 pounds. He's a freshman, number 10. He got some physical abilities, so he's shifty. He has takeoff, so he can get off the line pretty fast and recoup. I think that's a stamina thing. So, yeah, he's going to be one of our go-to guys, too, because of the speed. So, definitely look out for more. We got Paige right here. Paige is a little slower than I prefer, but it is what it is. Young Jr. So, LJ Young Jr., number 4. He's a freshman as well. 92 speed, 68 overall, but also somebody to look out for, to be very honest. Tight ends. Our tight end crew is looking a little poopy. Don't really like it much. Don't really like our tight end core at all, to be very honest. We're going to have to scout some tight ends. Our Offensive line, man. So I have a theory, and my theory is that we're gonna be really struggling in the front and the trenches because our offensive line, although it's not the trashiest, but it's definitely poo. Like our O line is poo. Our center is a 70 overall. I do not trust our O line right now. To be very honest with y'all, we're gonna have to go heavy on the offensive line scouting. Defensive ends are pretty decent. Left end is decent at least. God damn, the difference here. I might have to switch one of these guys to right end, to be very honest, because our best defensive end is a sophomore who's a 64 overall. I don't really like that for a defense. Defensive tackles. So yeah, so our big boys really need some work. They definitely need some work. Our linebacker core is going to be decent, I think, because of our middle linebacker who's a star that we looked at earlier. So that's Chase Freeman, 84 overall. We looked at him already. His backup, Marquez Cardi. Not bad. Also has Aftershock, Inside Disruptor, Hammer as well. So a big hitting crew when it comes to the linebackers. We got quick jump right here for our left outside linebacker. So blitzing him is going to be ideal. What about our right side? All right. No physical or mental abilities for our right outside linebackers, but we have a 70 overall as a starter. He's also a freshman. Is Freeman a freshman? Freeman's also a freshman. So they have a lot of room to, wow. So our left outside linebacker, senior, junior, sophomore, freshman. We have one freshman who's trash. So we're going to have to scout some left outside linebackers or just some linebackers in general and just change their positions here and there. Excuse me. Our corners. Our corners are great. I love this. Noah Collins Jr., he's a freshman coming in with all of those abilities. All of that. I'm expecting him to dog every single season he's at here. I'm expecting him to get drafted. Obviously, he's an 89 overall, so he has some time. I don't yet know how to keep players from getting drafted too early, but I'm expecting Noah to, play as much football for us as he can and then go to the NFL. I'm expecting him to go round one, to be honest. Jaden Bowie. Man, another freshman. House call. Blanket coverage. Wrap up so he can tackle. These are both guys that I can trust, but obviously they're backups. In terms of depth, we have absolutely no depth at the cornerback position, and you can't just depend on two guys because our defense is if I'm not mistaken, it's a 4-2-5. So yeah, we're gonna need more defensive backs, and 69 overall being the next best is not really gonna cut it for me. Our safeties, our free safety, Nico Solomon, he's pretty good. No physical abilities or mental abilities, but he's a freshman. He has a lot of time to develop. He has an 87 speed. His backups, though, not too trustworthy. Strong safety, same concept. He does have some physical abilities, so house call, expect him to catch some picks, but he's also a big hitter, and I love that. Quincy Blue, he's a freshman, a lot of time to develop. His backup, wrap up, and hammer. So another big hitter that really, really knows how to tackle, but this guy's a senior, so we don't really have much time to keep him around, basically. I might redshirt him just to have an extra defensive back next year that I can trust, to be very honest, but I'm not sure yet. But I'm only saying that because our free safety depth is really trash. So we're going to have to be looking at a lot of defensive backs or just athletes in general that can play corner or safety. Kickers, we have two kickers. I guess I'll just redshirt Lincoln. Lincoln the third, just for the hell of it. Probably just redshirting him. And we have one punter who's a 77 overall. I can trust my punter. Deep range, coffin corner. So those corner punts are going to be really ideal to pin them in the red zone, in their own red zone, right? But yeah, I'm not really planning on punting the ball much because I'm planning on destroying teams. Even though we're trash, we're a 71 overall team. So we're going to have to bring that up. We have 3 to 4 years to win a Natty. I want all of our freshmen to get at least one national championship. All right. If they get two, that's ideal. That's why I'm saying 3 to 4. Because if it takes 3, great. We're going to do it again the following year. We're going to repeat. We're going to repeat. That's it. So I'm giving them 3 to 4 years to get me at least one national championship. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to look at the scouting board and we're going to do some scouting. But this concludes the first episode of this journey. I just wanted to introduce you guys to the roster. What I'm going to do next is in the next episode, we're going to take a deeper dive into the recruiting board, see what we can actually get out of there, see what kind of talent we could bring out of this fucking recruiting class because, bruh, we have a lot of young talent. We're going to be redshirting a lot of them. But also in that same breath, we have some seniors that are leaving that are actually key to our growth. So we're going to need to replace that. But most of all, we have no depth, bruh. We have no depth. And with wear and tear in this game, I know for sure that we're going to be losing a lot of valuable players during certain games due to injuries. And I hate that for us, especially since we're a cupcake team. But it is what it is. You got to deal with it. So Troy Dangit is going to be doing his best to make sure that everything within this season is rolling smoothly. Like, we want to make sure if we have an injury, somebody else that's going to take whoever spot that is going to be able to do the job. All right, that's really it. So Troy Dangit is really going to make that happen. In terms of Troy Dangit, he is going to be an elite recruiter. All right, so that's what we're starting off as. He's going to be an elite recruiter. His offensive coordinator is also a recruiter and a motivator. And his defensive coordinator is also a recruiter and also a scheme guru. All right. Obviously, these coordinators are going to need to develop as well because currently they're trash. And obviously, our head coach is currently trash as well. All right. So we're going to make sure we take care of all of that throughout this entire, what do you call this? Series? Yeah, this entire series. By the way, in terms of the settings, I put the league settings, obviously we're on Heisman, but I put the Coach XP speed setting on faster, not fastest, but faster, because we want to basically have our coach develop a lot faster than normal, because at the end of the day, we want to grow this team as fast as possible. And the fact that this is a brand new team and we're throwing them in the fire in the Independence Conference, I want this team to be able to grow a lot faster. I don't know why I just showed you guys this password. I'm going to change it. But anyways, these are our settings for the Dynasty. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.